Hey guys, Bethany here. So today I'm going to be doing a review for you, and it is of the Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation. This is pretty new. I got it probably 2 or 3 months ago, I guess, and I've been using it off and on. It's kind of one of those foundations that's a little bit lighter, and so I'll use it when I don't want a ton of coverage or I don't want to use my tinted moisturizer if I need something a little more than that. Kind of right in between like my Color Stay and my tinted moisturizer. I just really wanted something like that, and so I'm really happy I found this. So if you want to know, if you want to see kind of an in-depth review of that, keep on watching. Okay, so the way I've decided to do this review is to go ahead and just kind of talk about the product while I'm applying it so you can kind of see the before and after. I just showed you my before picture, so now you can see a little bit closer what my skin looks like. It's currently not doing too bad. It's been doing pretty good for quite a while. I've got a couple little, like those zits that just take a really long time to go away. That's kind of what I've got going on right now. So it's decent. So I guess, well, first of all, this is in the shade Vanilla 120. I think it's the second to lightest shade. Unfortunately, it does not match my skin as well as I'd like it to. It's definitely more on the peachy pink side. My skin is very neutral, and so I have a hard time matching it anyway. So it's pretty close. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm not, thrilled, but it works. So obviously I just shake it up first. Yeah, I kind of told you why I wanted to try this foundation, just because I needed something in between my Color Stay, the whipped or the liquid, and between that and my NARS Tinted Moisturizer, which I love. Been using that more lately, actually. But I find this to be pretty good, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it today with a brush. I'm using the Sonia Kashuk. I don't know what this is. It's our foundation brush, I think, but it's the flat kind, obviously. And I do like, when I use that brush, I do like to have it a little bit damp. So I'm going to spray it with the Mario Badescu facial spray. Just a few little squirts on there. And then I'll put the foundation on my hand and just kind of use that as a palette to blend from. And you'll find if you use a brush like this, you need a lot less foundation than if you use a sponge, because the sponge ends up sucking up the product, which is kind of lame, but that's how it is. So, I mean, sponges are good in their own way, but they do kind of tend to waste product. So, but yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend this onto my skin. And unlike Color Stay, you have a little bit of time to blend it out, so there's no real rush, and you can just kind of take your time to work it into your skin. I have gotten a little bit tan. I know it's hard to tell, but I really have, in the past few days, really, or week or so. So my skin, hopefully it still matches this color. I think, yeah, it's close enough. A little bit paler, probably. But, yeah, it has SPF 20 in it. It's a broad spectrum, so I'm guessing that means that it blocks UVA and UVB, which is good. So if you don't want to use a sunscreen underneath, you'll get at least some protection. It's probably, unless you cake it on, it's probably not as good a protection as you could get, but at least it's something. What else? It's just a real, I'd say, light to possibly medium coverage. Definitely I'd stay in the light medium range versus a full-on medium coverage. But I think it's enough. I mean, it's enough for me where my skin is at right now. If you need something that has a lot of coverage, this is probably not going to do it. You know, definitely go for something like Revlon Color Stay. But I think it's decent for, I mean, really you could use it any time of the year, I think, because it does give you more of a dewy finish, I would say. So if it's, winter time, your skin's dry, I think it will, I don't think it will like get all creasy or anything like that. Just, if you have dry patches or whatever going on. And if you've watched any of my videos or any of my reviews, I guess, I have talked about how a lot of times foundation will settle in my smile lines right here. So it's always a good test for me to see how, how good a foundation is, how does it settle in my lines. And I find that this stuff, it does settle a little bit, but it's definitely not as bad as some that I've used. If I make sure to just, like, once I finish my makeup, to kind of just press right there and just take out any extra foundation, it tends to pay off and hardly crease in that area at all, which I think is awesome because I feel like this stuff is thin, but it does give you coverage. So it's one of those, it's kind of, I'd say it's similar to Makeup Forever HD in that it's, you know, that thinner consistency, but it has a lot of pigmentation in it. It's not quite the same, but I do think it's similar. So it tends to, you know, you need less to cover more, which is good. Okay, so once I have my desired coverage, which is gonna look something like that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some powder on top, and I'll just use the MAC blot powder because it's neutral and it doesn't really give any extra coverage, just so you can see what it looks like. And I won't use any concealer either, because I mean, I could use it right there, but I'm just gonna leave it for now, just so you can kind of see more of what it looks like. Now I'm going to put a touch of concealer on under my eyes to kind of complete the look. If you have none to very light dark circles, this foundation might cover enough for you. I do think that it would probably do that, but unfortunately for me, I do not have light under eyes. I'm using a mixture of the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, I think it's the, what is it called? Dark Circle Eraser concealer in light, and then I mix it with the Blu-ray, Cargo Blu-ray concealer in number 1. That is my favorite combination. And I'll set that with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I think this is probably the single most frequently used product in all of my videos. I think I used it in my first video, and I still have the same exact container, which you may think is gross, but as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with it. Doesn't smell bad, doesn't look weird, still works, and I still have a lot left. But I don't know, I like it. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I may do a tutorial, we'll see, but that is the foundation. So you can kind of see the coverage there. Yeah, so I definitely recommend this. I really do. I think it works well. It's obviously a good price. It's Revlon. I found most of their foundations that I've used, other than like Photo Ready, have been great. So if you need something that's more in the light medium coverage range, even something with sunscreen, you know, I definitely think this is a good choice. So go ahead and try the Nearly Naked and let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any requests, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.